Hola, I'm Dallas Jenkins. I'm the creator of The Chosen, and I am here in Brazil answering some questions, common questions from Brazilian fans. So the first question that is very common apparently is, what is Dallas Jenkins doing in Brazil? Well, mostly I'm just being led around and dragged around all over the country because they are controlling my schedule. But I am here because I love the Brazilian people. Brazil from day one has been so supportive of The Chosen, and I finally wanted to get a chance to meet my brothers and sisters here. The next question, how did Dallas Jenkins come up with the idea of a multi-season show about Jesus and the disciples? Well, I did a short film for my church's Christmas Eve service about the birth of Christ from the perspective of the shepherds. While I was doing that, I was also binge watching many television shows all at once. I really love binge watching TV. And I said, there's never been a multi-season show about the life of Christ that allows you to go deeper into the stories, into the cultural context, the historical context, and yes, some artistic imagination, so that like a regular television show, you can follow these characters from season to season, episode to episode, and get to know them even more, so that when we do see the Bible stories, they're even more impactful. The next question, is Dallas Jenkins a theologian? I am not a theologian, but I was a Bible major in the United States. That was my #1 study in college and in high school. So I have studied the Bible quite a bit, but I am not a pastor. I am not a worship leader. I am a filmmaker, but I do surround myself with theologians. And so we do want to make sure that anything we show in The Chosen does not contradict or violate the character and intentions of Jesus and the Gospels. But we tend to try to stick to the stories and to the human context, not as much the larger theology. We let other people argue that online. Is Dallas Jenkins going to make other TV shows and movies beyond The Chosen? Well, when I am finished with The Chosen, I am going to sleep for about a year. Then I will consider other projects. But there are some other projects that I'm very passionate about, and also there are other Bible stories that I'm very, very passionate about. So maybe we will do other stories besides just the stories of the Gospels. If I could be doing Bible stories for the rest of my life, that would be awesome. What is Dallas Jenkins' favorite moment in The Chosen? That is actually a good question. I do actually have to leave soon, so I'm going to make this quick. I love episode 4 of season 1, The Miracle of the Fish. I love watching scenes where my team did some things that were better than I could ever do. So the visual effects in that scene, the miracles that took place for us to do it, the music is so much better than I expected, so I love that. I also love episode 3 of season 3 when Jesus is in his hometown and he's bad at sports and he drops the ball. It's one of my favorite moments. Finally, how does Dallas Jenkins deal with the pressure of retelling Jesus and the disciples' stories? Honestly, I actually don't feel too much pressure to avoid controversy or to try to get fame or praise from the audience or avoid criticism. I'm just trying to please God and my wife. So that is the pressure I feel, to please God in doing these shows and these stories, to make sure I don't violate or the character or intentions of Jesus and the Gospels. After that, I feel good, and I love hearing about all the impact. So thank you for these questions, and I hope to come back to Brazil someday.